Were you surprised to hear climate change mentioned as frequently?
I was surprised. I think it was a surprisingly direct shift for President Obama. You know, he mentions climate change again 4 months ago. He was running ads in Ohio about how he was a better friend to coal than Mitt Romney was. He was running away very clearly during the campaign from climate change because it was an electoral liability in some of these swing states, and now he's embracing it. He's embraced gun control, something also he never talked about during the campaigns because he saw it as an electoral liability. He's also putting forward, you know, he put himself in the tradition of, he said, Selma, Stonewall, and Seneca Falls as a sort of inheritor of the activist tradition. And this is coming from a president who only a year ago was still against gay marriage. I mean, he made that shift just a year ago. So I think it does represent a sort of historic shift, maybe not in what he believes, but in terms of how he's presenting himself to the country.
That's why I think the Keystone Pipeline is a bigger question right now than people might have thought.
Well, I think you make actually a very good point. I think what we saw in this inaugural address, in essence, was the president liberated, right? To say, I'm going to do what I didn't get done in my first term, what I wanted to do when I ran in 2008. And so this Keystone Pipeline then becomes a real conflict for him. He danced around it prior to the election, put off a decision. He did make a very forceful argument for legislation or for using his executive authority more likely on climate change, since he's unlikely to get legislation through. And so how he handles the Keystone Pipeline will be very interesting to watch.
I think here's how I think they can make the argument for the Keystone Pipeline. You say we are not going to be burning more oil because of this. We're just going to be burning North American oil instead of Middle Eastern oil, and that's good for us. And, oh, by the way, I'm doing at the same time things that will make cars more fuel efficient, which the administration is doing, and we will be encouraging more use of natural gas, which it turns out we have a whole bunch of. And guess what? At the end of the day, our carbon footprint will actually go down anyway.